With that, we go to Norway. Norway is a major player with UNRWA. The Director General of the Norwegian Foreign Ministry is Leni Stenseth. She was, up until a few months ago, the Deputy Commissioner General of UNRWA. She famously went to the head of Hamas in Gaza, Mr. Yahya Sinwar, in June of 2021, after the UNRWA director in Gaza, Matthias Schmel, was made persona non grata by Hamas because he gave an interview where he acknowledged that the IDF, the Israeli military, was precise in their strikes against Hamas terror targets and tried to avoid harming civilians. He went off script, so to speak, and Hamas made him persona non grata. UNRWA removed him immediately and his deputy, and Leni Stenseth, this Norwegian diplomat, went to Gaza and reaffirmed her solidarity with UNRWA and basically kowtowed before the murderous mastermind terrorist Yahya Sinwar. This is in June 2021. So Norway is a very important country. Sadly, the government is on the wrong page here, but we're delighted to have now member of the Norwegian Parliament, Mr. Christian Tybring-Gjedde. You have the floor.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for letting me address the Summit for a Future Beyond UNRWA. I don't have all the answers for how to arrange for the future, but I will touch on why the UN and international community is failing. The Oslo Accord from 1993 is dead. The development on Gaza has gone from bad to worse. Hamas had full control and no ambitions to hold elections. In fact, Hamas has the same ambitions they always have had, a total destruction of Israel. And they do this on several levels. Money from the international community is a central part, but there is much more. The children are being indoctrinated from early age. Hatred and dehumanizing of Jews, it's a theme in all schools. For many years, Western policies in the Middle East were national debates. The support for Israel was strong, but gradually this has changed. There are many reasons for this. New generations are growing up and they do not relate to Second World War, but they are also influenced by media, teachers, organizations, and lately the influx of immigration, particularly of Muslims, who all take the side of the Palestinians. Today these factors are doing Norwegian politics and the voices for Israel small and threatened. In Norway, we have seen large demonstrations, angry protesters resigned with the message from the river to the sea. The hatred of Israel and of Jews are openly expressed. We have even had an incident where a man with a Palestinian background encouraged people on Facebook to make a list of all people who expressed their views in favor of Israel. It gives us flashbacks to the 1930s. European politicians are becoming scared. Their own failed policy over years have come back to haunt them. Today, Norway is facilitating an arrangement that will enable the Palestinian Authority to receive clearance revenues that Israel collects on its behalf. In the wake of the terrorist attack by Hamas on 7 October, the situation between the parties has been deadlocked. The temporary scheme will play a crucial role in preventing the Palestinian Authority from collapsing financially. And further, despite all the critical voices everywhere, Norway has decided to double its contribution to UNRWA. Norway has agreed on a temporary solution in which Norway will serve as an intermediary for holding the portions of the clearance revenues tax that Israel has withheld since 7 October. The Palestinian Authority is then willing to accept the other funds. The Palestinian Authority has welcomed this arrangement and appreciates the effort to find a temporary solution in this extraordinary situation. The Norwegian government calls this an extraordinary situation, and our foreign minister has stressed that he is pleased Norway can assist the parties in this way. And then we are presented with all the arguments of how innocent Palestinians are suffering and that the financial system is breaking down. Or to use the words of our Minister of Foreign Affairs, UNRWA is in a critical financial situation. A major donors are withholding funds following allegations that 12 out of the organization's 13,000 staffs in Gaza were involved in Hamas' terrorist attack on Israel on 7 October. These allegations are shocking and we expect full transparency, the minister said. There must be zero tolerance for such actions. However, we should not collectively punish millions of people for the alleged wrongdoing of 12 staff members. I urge all donors that have suspended their support to think about the consequences. The situation is dire not only for the population of Gaza, but also for Palestinians throughout the Middle East. Not a word on the terror attack on Israel in which an elected authority on Gaza, Hamas, cold-blooded, killed 1,200 Israelis and took 200 hostages. It makes no sense that the UN has its own agency for Palestinian refugees, for at least 3 reasons. One, who are the refugees we refer to, and why are they termed as refugees? What are today's Palestinian refugees fleeing from? The term refugees is not hereditary. We have now 3rd-generation refugees. Most of them were not even born in 1948. The UNRWA is the main reason for status quo. Money is being poured in, little control. The money is financing Hamas terror and makes it possible for Hamas to buy weapons, build infrastructure, and build palaces in Qatar.
Thank you for your intervention, Mr. Christian Tybring-Gjedde from Norway, the Norwegian Parliament. Very important to have your participation.